There's an incomprehensible weight upon the aspect of feeling small, tiny to the point where nobody acknowledges you. When you try to speak up in a room or a crowd and nobody acknowledges your statement or your sentence, and people look at you as if you're a creature or some kind of a nuisance, and you don't want to actually get your word out, and you feel horrible, and it horrifies you deeply within your chest. You think to yourself, why do I feel so tiny and insignificant? What is the purpose of why I'm here? Why did I join this outing when nobody cares for my attention or my presence? I feel like I'm going to have to give an Irish goodbye and say goodbye without actually saying goodbye. I feel small. Feel small in every aspect of my life. I feel small when everybody else is around me, when nobody else cares about me. I feel tiny and inconsequential. Do you know ants? Ants are very important to me. I like ants. At one point, I spent a large part of my day looking at ants, hovering my hand over them, watching them not even freak out, watching them not even do anything. And sometimes I would crush the ants. And they were small. However, they are a coalition, a collective. They all function together. One ant is no greater than the other ants. They all just work together. They build bridges, societies, tunnels, all caring for the queen, breaking apart a truly hive mind society. And it feels beautiful. It feels great. They function off of smell. And those small creatures, they know their purpose. The purpose is for the queen. That's how they operate. They don't have to think. I'm sure they do, but they don't have to. They problem solve. They wage war against each other. They figure out how to get past things. They attack people that attack their hive. And they're incredibly tiny. But they're a unit. They're strong together. But sometimes you don't have people to be big around. You don't. You don't have people to be huge or gigantic around you. And they call you weak and defenseless and small. And they tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that you don't matter. And you look around and you know you don't matter. And it hurts. And you feel small around your dad when he yells, or your mother when she insults you, or your partner when he strikes you. And you feel like you can do nothing in the situation because you got the apartment with this person. They're your parent. They're your mother. They're your lover. You can't complain online because you don't want to air out your dirty laundry. You don't want to explain the subtle nuances. People will victim blame you and tell you that you're in the wrong. You should leave. When you can't, it's much more complicated than that. They'll never understand the small subtle nuances of how it operates. You actually love this person. And despite the fact that you feel small around this person, there are times when you feel large and imposing. There are times when you feel like you could actually function as a human being. There are times when you feel inside of your whole chest that maybe this is all worth it. You feel small. And I hate feeling small. My entire life, I have been small. I'm 5'5". Not just in height, but in stature of how I view myself. But when people hear me speak, I appear taller. My charisma excels. They assume I'm standing on a podium somehow. People have often cited me at 5'10", 6 foot even. Some people assume I'm just some gigantic monolith of a human. But I'm not. I've always been short. Short in appearance, short in stature. Never short in presence. I will always be loud in here. I will always be tall with my words, my presence, and my actions. I will always stand so other people can know what I stand against. I will always be forthright. Why do you feel small? Why is it that every time you try to raise your voice and nobody listens, you stop talking? Remember your point. Interject it into the conversation. Speak up. You deserve to take up space. Look at your handwriting. Is your handwriting small? You know there's a fun psychological phenomenon with handwriting. How small you write on the piece of paper is how much space you think you need to take up. I write big letters. I deserve to take up so much space. You should test that out. How fine-tuned and small your handwriting is to see how much space you think you deserve to take up. You deserve to take up as much space as you possibly need. You deserve to fill the container. You deserve to fill the cup, not glass half full, half empty, glass completely full, and people are overflowing and trying to put you back in the cup, but they can't contain you. Don't feel small. Be here. Be here when others tell you you can't. Be here. Feel powerful. Feel alive. Feel bigger than you possibly could. It is hard to exist. It is hard to be here. When I was younger, oftentimes people would cast me aside, saying I was going to be the black horse, the black sheep. I was never the smartest. I was never the tallest. I was never the greatest, the strongest. I was the one who was willing to take the blunt of the blows. I was the one willing to do things. And that's how it always operated in my mind and in my soul. And that's what I've always wanted to be. Somebody, regardless of anything, who felt big and strong. And I feel big and strong now because I've told myself that I am. Sometimes you must delude yourself and become the person who you're scared to become. You must sacrifice the facade of who you once were to become who you believe you will be, and look for courage in the next person over. Look for courage in a world that chooses to ignore you and hate you. Sometimes I feel small simply existing. But you must feel large and imposing. You must stand forthright, despite the fact that everyone tells you your existence is meaningless. Everyone tells you you don't deserve to exist. I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, not only do you deserve to exist, you deserve to make everyone aware of your existence. You deserve to make them uncomfortable in every aspect of it. You should do that. And this isn't just to a specific group. This is to everybody. Whether you're a trans woman, trans man, man, woman, white guy, black guy, whatever you are, you should never feel small. You are a hero, a legacy, a dynasty, a legend. You decided, despite everyone telling you and trying to bury you beneath the ground you're standing on. You are a monarch. You are a sovereign. You are a champion. You are a hero. You are here. It is hard to exist with the economical state of the world, with war going on constantly, with people telling you that you should hate yourself, whether who you are, every side telling you should hate yourself, everyone telling you that you don't deserve to exist. I want you to put a stereo to your chest and blast your soul upon the world. If you could change one thing about yourself, what could it be? I want you to change your mindset. I want you to change the way you impart upon yourself and how you be cruel towards yourself. I want you to change what it means to be alive. I want you to change every single moment. I want you to always be changing and here and alive. I want you to change into some new boxers. I want you to do your laundry. I want you to do your dishes and stop feeling pathetic and sorry for yourself, because the world doesn't care about you, so you have to care about yourself. The world will never give you the time of day. The universe isn't going to give you some guiding signal. You have to impose your will upon the universe and be here, even if people don't want you to be, even if you don't want you to be. And if you don't want to be here, if you don't want yourself to be here, then stop listening to yourself and listen to the future that already made it and look forward to that. Think about the future you could possibly have. Think about the beauty of what you are. Think about how great you could possibly be. Think about how amazing and spectacular it's going to be to look back at this sadness and laugh at it. And if you can't see anything beautiful about yourself, get a better mirror. Look a bit closer. Because there are so many people doubting you right now. But guess what? If you add on to that, if you believe in them, then it becomes real. So start believing in yourself, delude yourself, allow yourself to be a little bit confused and manipulated by your own delusions of grandeur, of self-imposed importance, because you are important. Let your ego be powerful, but your pride be weak. Let your ego be powerful, but your pride be weak. Do not feel small, be gigantic.